Welcome to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're interested in producing videos or photography, you're in the right place. I take you on hikes, giving you tips and tricks on how to improve your videos and how to improve your photography. So let's jump into the video. So in today's video, we are out in the British countryside. We're completely freestyling it today. We've got the camera with us and we're just going out looking for cinematic shots or anything that catches the eye. We'll give you tips and tricks on the way and hopefully you can learn something. So let's start walking. The temperature today is about 7 degrees with a beautiful blue sky. Let's hope the weather holds out for us. So where I'm heading now, last summer, had quite an experience in this woods we're heading to. Now this woods is about half a mile wide and it's really overgrown and you don't get many people walking through there. In fact, many people don't know about the track that leads through it. It's a little bit of a shortcut. It can save you about an hour off your time by cutting through the woods. But on one of my walks last year, I started to enter the woods. I was probably about 5 minutes in and I could hear a noise in the distance, like breaking sticks. At this point I froze just to be on the safe side, just in case someone was hiding or camping out there. But then I decided, sod it, let's go explore, let's go find out what it is, if it's a person or if it's an animal or a deer or something. Well, as I come round the corner of this tree, standing probably 20 meters away from me, was this gigantic, huge bull. How it got in this woods, I have no idea. Anyway, he was really angry. He huffed at me, done the bull thing where he scrapes his foot along the floor a couple of times. Now, most normal people would run at this point, probably away from him, or walk away from him. But not me. I set up my tripod, got the camera out, and decided to film him. And yeah, here he is, Mr. Bull, getting all aggy with me, giving it old Billy Big Balls here. If he would have charged at me, Usain Bolt wouldn't have been able to catch me. I would have been out of there. Luckily, he turns and just heads further into the woods, at which time I make a hasty retreat. Anyway, let's get back to the walking, and as you can see, we're now starting to enter the woods. Hopefully Mr. Bull ain't here today. Whenever you're freestyling it like I'm doing today, it's important to remind yourself and be patient. I've been walking for well over 2 hours now and not seen one shot. But I'm going to hang on in there and hopefully we can find something. Well, it looks like the storms that we've had over autumn and into winter here in the UK have really taken its toll on this woods. Have a look behind me. Got a lot of fallen trees, so it looks like it's going to be very hard to find a shot today, but we'll keep on looking. The further I went into the woods, the more there was fallen trees laying across the path. It was becoming a little bit of a nightmare. Not only were there trees everywhere, but the ground was flooded underneath, making walking conditions really difficult. So I decided at that point to exit the woods and try to look for different opportunities. Well, we've come out the woods and unfortunately there hasn't been anything of any interest worth filming or taking a photo of. So instead of letting this video go to waste, I found these, I think they're called blue bottles or snowdrops in the background here. Comment below what they are. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to pull focus on your camera. So let's get into it. So we've got the camera set up here. I'm going to run through all the settings, how to dial it in first off, and then I'm going to show you how we use the touchscreen on the camera to pull focus. And there's our snowdrops or blue bottles or whatever they're called. And that's what we're going to be filming. So let's start off as we usually do with the ISO. And we lower that to the lowest setting. 100 in this case. Now we're going to lower the aperture as low as it can go. I really want a bit of bokeh in the background here. And now we're going to set our shutter speed to double our recording frame rate. Because I'm recording at 30 frames per second, I want the shutter speed double our recording frame rate, like I say. So 1/60th. So we're slightly underexposed, it's saying. So we're just going to raise the ISO to take that into account, and there we go. We've got perfect exposure now for our shot. If you are using a Sony system, I'll just quickly run through the menu setup of how you change the screen on the back to touch to focus. All you do is press menu, tab 2, page 8, and then go down to function of touch operation and select touch focus. Then exit out the menu and your rear screen will be touch to focus. Just remember, you've got to be in autofocus mode for this to work. What I also like to do is go into menu, tab 2, page 2, and just change the focus speed down to slow from normal. I just want the focus to be really gentle and not too fast. Once you've got it all set up, hit record, touch sync in the background, and then after so many seconds, touch sync in the foreground, and it will pull focus for you nice and slow, and it really gives a nice effect. What I also like to do is pull out the screen of the camera, so when you're touching it, you're not sending vibrations through to the camera. And here's that shot. As you can see, the rear flowers are in focus, and all I'm going to do is touch the screen, and then our focus is going to pull to the front flowers. Because we changed our focus speed to slow, we get a really nice smooth change there. And here's another example. You don't have to do back to front, you can also do front to back. Here the tree changes to the bridge to draw your attention to the train that's coming. So that's all there is to it. By lowering that aperture, you get a really nice blur. And what you can do is touch on the background subject, record it for a bit, and then midway through your recording, touch on your foreground subject and let the focus pull towards it. Really easy, but gives a great effect. So there you go. That's a really easy way to change focus between two subjects. Well, that leads us to the conclusion of this video. As you saw there, we went on about an 8-mile hike and managed to capture nothing. But I think there's an important lesson in that, and that is not to force a shot if it's not there. Be patient. Remember, you can always go out again. Hopefully you enjoyed the ball story though, and you learned how to pull focus using your touch screen. If you have any questions about this, comment below. I read all my comments, and if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see further videos from myself, hit that subscribe button. But for now, that's it. We'll see you in the next video. See you soon, guys.